What's going on, everyone, from Overtime Heroics? My name is Dan Podolsky, and I'm joined once again with Carl Deaton III. He's set to return at WXC 88 in Flint, Michigan, when he takes on Antoine Boston game. Carl, thank you so much for taking the time.
What's going on, man?
Not much, just first off, how much notice did you get for this fight, and how has training been going?
Enough notice. It was like 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, maybe 5 weeks ago. I actually got my contract. So maybe 5 weeks. Yeah, I actually signed the contract and then made it real. And coming up less than a week and a half, a few days away, WXC 88, Flint, Michigan.
And you talk about it's in Flint, Michigan. You're from Michigan. How much does that mean to you being able to fight in front of your home fans?
Oh, definitely that's a plus. It's always good when the hometown fans tune in, watch, show up live in person, and that's said everywhere around the world. Even in Vegas.
And you mentioned because you train out of Vegas, but this is your second straight fight in Michigan. You're from Michigan. In terms of the MMA scene, where do you find yourself more at home?
At the top. At the top. Give me it all. That's where I have my home is. I won't necessarily say that I am making my mark in the sport. You've seen me play out in just a little bit of time that you have, Danny, and you can tell I'm on my own journey and my own path, and I want to do big things in this sense, and with what I'm doing. So to fight this guy next is what I want. I'm gonna showcase what Carl Dean does best, and come out with the win and a finish that night. And then next, the next interview, man, Danny, I hope it's fucking you and I talking about another good one.
100%. And your last fight, a win over Justin Jaynes, big win. He's a UFC veteran. Are you hoping to maybe get to the UFC with another win?
Want to see me throw down in the UFC cage?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I love it. You're damn right. I do as well. I've been wanting to for years. Not necessarily anyone in specific, but just to get there. Damn right, man. Let me get in there, crack one, and then let me see what weight classes are like. Let me see what it is. I'm excited for it as well, Danny. And trust me, man. I want it bad. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
And
damn right.
you talk about, because every fighter's goal is to get to the UFC. Were you um was it frustrating at all after your last fight? Because beating Justin Jaynes, he's a UFC veteran. I thought that could have gotten you a bigger fight. But is it frustrating at all still being on the regional scene at this point in your career?
Not at all. You know, uh, hey, keeping fighting alive, showcasing good talent,
Mm-hmm.
and they know. I also said yes to a Bellator fight that was going to be Long Beach. You know, that other team on the end said no. They turned me down on my end. So fast forward, we're still keeping the ball rolling.
Mm-hmm.
If it's UFC, Bellator, I love that. But the ultimate goal would be the best fighters in the world, and you know saying that I'm the best fighter in the world once again.
Definitely. And I want to go back to your last fight with Justin Jaynes, because there was a lot of animosity between you guys. Have you figured out that relationship, or is there still back and forth between you guys? Where are you guys at now?
I don't know where he's at. I don't know. I don't know where he's at. And I mean, is there an? Are you asking if there's an? I don't know. I've never even thought about the guy. You know, uh, it's whatever on my end. I beat him like I said I was gonna beat him, and I did what I did. I took that strap and I got that win. From it was a good night, and the talk leading up to it had to be that. It had to be that he said what he said. I said what I said. I still don't give a shit. I don't feel that I was that person. Fuck that. There's people right now that are calling around for fights that are turning people down left and right. This promotion just hit me up. He said, "Man, do you know anybody that would take some fights? There's fighters over here that are just fucking saying no to like 7 cats." I'm like, just have them two fight. And he's like, "Man, I wish." And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Not my place, and I don't get. That's another whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I have my own thoughts on the game and how I do it. And the last guy was, he had to say those things, and I know who the hell I am, and
Mm-hmm.
I beat his ass like I said I was going to. And fast forward, we're here right now, still trucking away. And like I said, Danny, man, just like you and I both, man, I want to see it as well. CD3 UFC, CD3 WXC, October 15th.
Mhm. And definitely, having followed your career, I'd love to see you in the UFC. And talk to me about your upcoming opponent, Antoine game. Have you had any back and forth with him at all? Have you gotten to watch any of his film, or are you just going in there to take care of business?
Going in there in business, it's always business. It's good business, right?
Mhm.
Fight business. It's what they say. So I believe it now. It's fight business. I have no bad words with the man. I'm coming in there to win. And oh yeah, watch his videos. Oh yeah,
What do you think gives you the advantage over him?
this guy's in the world.
Would you be able to repeat that? Sorry.
I would say my experience above all. My experience. He hasn't fought the best guys in the world, let alone beat some of the best guys in the world.
Mhm.
You know,
And give me your official prediction for this fight.
Carl Deaton winning.
You're gonna win. Do you want to say knockout or submission a certain round, or just you're gonna win?
This is why I think different. I don't even like predicting that shit. I love it in a big sense, of course. First
Mhm.
round 1 minute or first round 1 second. Highlight KO. I'll take it every day, and sign the extra bonus check with it that comes with it.
Mhm.
So what I like to do is go in there and just from start from bell to bell.
Mhm. Absolutely. And looking back at your last fight, it's going to end up being close to an 8-month layoff. Was it frustrating for you not getting any fights, or was that layoff something you felt was necessary for you?
Calling around. I was trying to make calls, put out there, hit up a few management companies. And management. Some people said yes, and some people said no, and then some people said they couldn't do this, and other people said they couldn't do this. And right now, I'm coming up on another win. I'm coming up on another fight. I'm coming up on another, uh, you know, live action event. Uh, yeah, thank you to all the fans that are coming out. Yeah, the events. I'm excited. Soon to be sold out, and I'm just doing that. Gonna keep doing that.
Absolutely. And I don't want to take up too much more of your time, Carl. I'm a big fan. I've followed you on the regional scene when you're in the PFL. Would love to see you get to the UFC with another win. Just my final question: what are your goals going forward? If with a win here, is it UFC next? Let's say by the end of 2023, so the end of next calendar year, where do you see yourself?
I'm endorsed by these big companies around the world, uh, inspiring the youth, UFC champion. Sky's the limit, Danny. I hope to be doing these podcasts, these interviews with you much, much more, and letting you know what that is and what that entails, man. Appreciate it, buddy.
Absolutely. Carl, best of luck to you. I'm hoping you make it to, Bellator, UFC, one of these big. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
More thing, if anyone and everyone, send it out. I'm a mailer right here, Carl Deaton, looking for management, a good representation voice. My email is cdeaton as in D as in dog, EATON at sagchip.edu, sagchip.edu, and I appreciate it. Thank you guys, and thank you, Danny, man.
Yeah, of course. Guys, Carl Deaton the third returns to the Octagon on October 15th at WXC 88. Carl, best of luck to you.